From translation, Net New English Translation. This 58th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Deuteronomy 1 to 2. Deuteronomy chapter 1, verses 1 to 46. These are the words that Moses spoke to all Israel beyond the Jordan in the wilderness, on the plain opposite Suph, between Paran and Tophel, Laban, Hazeroth and Dizahab. It is 11 days' journey from Horeb, by the way of Mount Seir to Kadesh Barnea. In the 40th year, on the first day of the 11th month, Moses spoke to the Israelites according to all that the Lord had commanded him to give to them. This was after he had defeated Sihon king of the Amorites, who lived in Heshbon, and Og king of Bashan, who lived in Ashtaroth and Edrei. Beyond the Jordan in the land of Moab, Moses undertook to clarify this law, saying, "The Lord our God spoke to us at Horeb, saying, 'You have stayed long enough at this mountain. Turn and set out for the hill country of the Amorites and for all their neighbors in the Arabah, in the hill country, in the Shephelah, in the Negev, and by the seacoast, to the land of the Canaanites and to Lebanon as far as the great river, the river Euphrates. Look, I have set the land before you. Go in and take possession of the land that the Lord swore to your ancestors, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give to them and to their descendants after them. At that time I said to you, I cannot bear the burden of you by myself. The Lord your God has made you numerous. Look, today you are as numerous as the stars of heaven. May the Lord, the God of your ancestors, add to you 1,000 times as many as you are, and bless you just as he has promised you. But how can I bear by myself your burdens and your troubles and your disputes? Select for yourselves wise and discerning and experienced men from your tribes, and I will appoint them as your heads. And you answered me, the thing that you have said is good to do. So I took the heads of your tribes, wise and experienced men, and appointed them as heads over you, commanders of thousands, commanders of hundreds, commanders of 50s, and commanders of 10s, and officers for your tribes. And I commanded your judges at that time, hear the cases between your brothers, and judge righteously between a man and his brother or his foreigner. You must not show partiality in judgment, you will hear the small and the great alike. Do not be intimidated by anyone, for judgment belongs to God. Bring any case that is too difficult for you to me, and I will hear it. So I commanded you at that time all the things you should do. Then we set out from Horeb, and we went through all that great and dreadful wilderness that you saw on the way to the hill country of the Amorites, just as the Lord our God had commanded us. Then we came to Kadesh Barnea. I said to you, you have come to the hill country of the Amorites, which the Lord our God is giving to us. Look, the Lord your God has set the land before you. Go up, take possession, just as the Lord, the God of your ancestors, has said to you. Do not fear and do not be discouraged. Then all of you came near to me and said, Let us send men before us, so that they may explore the land for us and bring us back a report of the way by which we should go up and the cities we should come to. The thing was good in my eyes, and so I took 12 men from you, one from each tribe. And they turned and went up into the hill country, and came to the valley of Eshcol and spied it out. And they took from its fruit the cluster and brought it to us, and brought back to us a report and said, The land that the Lord our God is giving to us is good. But you were unwilling to go up, and you rebelled against the command of the Lord your God. You murmured in your tents and said, Because the Lord hates us, he has brought us out of the land of Egypt to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us. Where can we go up? Our brothers have made our hearts melt, saying, The people are greater and taller than we are, the cities are large and fortified up to heaven, and besides we saw the descendants of Anak there. Then I said to you, Do not be terrified or fear them. The Lord your God who goes before you will himself fight for you, just as he did for you in Egypt before your eyes, and in the wilderness, where you have seen how the Lord your God carried you, just as a man carries his son, in all the way that you went, until you came to this place. Yet in spite of this word, you did not trust the Lord your God, who went before you in the way to seek out a place for your campings in the fire by night and in the cloud by day, to show you the way in which you should go. When the Lord heard your words, he was angry, and he swore, Not one of these men of this evil generation shall see the good land that I swore to give to your ancestors, except Caleb the son of Jephunneh. He shall see it, and to him and to his descendants I will give the land on which he has walked, because he has followed the Lord fully. The Lord was angry with me also because of you, saying, You also shall not enter there. Joshua the son of Nun, who stands before you, he shall go in there. Encourage him, for he shall cause Israel to inherit it. And your little ones, whom you said would become a prey, and your children, who today have no knowledge of good or evil, shall go in there, and to them I will give it, and they shall possess it. But as for you, turn and set out for the wilderness by the way to the Red Sea. Then you answered me, We have sinned against the Lord, we will go up and fight, just as the Lord our God commanded us. And you girded on every man his weapons of war, and you were presumptuous and went up into the hill country. The Lord said to me, Tell them, Do not go up or fight, for I am not in your midst, lest you be defeated before your enemies. So I spoke to you, but you would not listen. You rebelled against the command of the Lord, and you presumptuously went up into the hill country. Then the Amorites who lived in that hill country came out against you and chased you as bees do, and they beat you down in Seir as far as Hormah. And you returned and wept before the Lord, but the Lord did not listen to your voice or give ear to you. So you remained at Kadesh many days, according to the days that you spent there. Deuteronomy chapter 2, verses 1 to 37. Then we turned and set out toward the wilderness, by the way to the Red Sea, as the Lord had told me, and we circled around the hill country of Seir for many days. The Lord said to me, "You have circled this hill country long enough, turn northward, and command the people. You are about to pass through the territory of your brothers, the descendants of Esau, who live in Seir. They will be afraid of you. So be very careful, do not contend with them, for I will not give you any of their land, no, not so much as a foot's length, because I have given Mount Seir to Esau as a possession. You shall purchase food from them for money, so that you may eat, and you shall also buy water from them for money, so that you may drink. For the Lord your God has blessed you in all the work of your hands. He knows you're going through this great wilderness. These 40 years the Lord your God has been with you, you have lacked nothing. So we passed by from our brothers the descendants of Esau, who live in Seir, away from the Arabah road, away from Elath and Ezion-Geber. And we turned and passed on by the way of the wilderness of Moab. And the Lord said to me, Do not harass Moab or contend with them in battle, for I will not give you any of their land as a possession, because I have given to the descendants of Lot as a possession. The Amites used to live there, a people great and numerous and tall as the Anakim. They were also regarded as Rephaim, like the Anakites, but the Moabites called them Amites. The Horites used to live in Seir, but the descendants of Esau dispossessed them and destroyed them before them, and lived in their place, just as Israel did to the land of their possession that the Lord gave them. Now rise up and go over the Wadi Zerd. So we went over the Wadi Zerd. And the time that we took to come from Kadesh Barnea, until we crossed over the Wadi Zerd, was 38 years, until all the generation of the men of war had perished from the midst of the camp, as the Lord had sworn to them. Indeed, the hand of the Lord was against them, to destroy them from the midst of the camp, until they had perished. And when all the men of war had perished and were finished from the midst of the people, the Lord said to me, Today you are to cross over the boundary of Moab at Ar. And when you approach the region of the Ammonites, do not harass them or contend with them, for I will not give you any of the land of the Ammonites as a possession, because I have given it to the descendants of Lot as a possession. That also was regarded as a land of Rephaim. Rephaim used to live there formerly, but the Ammonites called them Zamzamites, a people great and numerous and tall as the Anakites. But the Lord destroyed them before them, and they dispossessed them and lived in their place, just as he did for the descendants of Esau who live in Seir, when he destroyed the Horites before them, and they dispossessed them and lived in their place even to this day. And the Avim, who lived in villages as far as Gaza, the Caphtorites who came out from Caphtor, destroyed them and lived in their place. Rise up, set out, and cross over the Wadi Arnon. Look, I have delivered into your hands Sihon the Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his land. Begin to take possession of it, and contend with him in battle. This very day I will begin to put the dread and fear of you on the peoples under the whole heaven, who shall hear the report of you and shall tremble and be in anguish because of you. So I sent messengers from the wilderness of Kedemoth to Sihon king of Heshbon, with words of peace, saying, Let me pass through your land. I will keep on the road, I will turn neither to the right nor to the left. You will sell me food for money, so that I may eat, and give me water for money, so that I may drink. Only let me pass on foot, just as the sons of Esau who live in Seir and the Moabites who live in Ar did for me, until I cross over the Jordan into the land that the Lord our God is giving to us. But Sihon the king of Heshbon would not let us pass by him, for the Lord your God hardened his spirit and made his heart obstinate, in order to give him into your hand, as he is this day. And the Lord said to me, Behold, I have begun to give Sihon and his land over to you. Begin to take possession of his land. Then Sihon came out to meet us, he and all his people, to fight at Jahaz. And the Lord our God gave him over to us, and we defeated him and his sons and all his people. And at that time we captured all his cities and devoted to destruction every city, men, women, and children. We left no survivors. The only thing we kept for ourselves was the livestock and the spoil of the cities that we had captured. From Aroer, which is on the edge of the Wadi Arnon, and from the city that is in the Wadi, even as far as Gilead, there was no city too high for us. The Lord our God gave over to us all of them. But you did not go near the land of the Ammonites, to the region of the Jabbok and the cities of the hill country, nor to any place that the Lord our God had forbidden us.